Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to teach you SIADH. Please watch my previous 2-minute video on cerebral salt wasting syndrome before watching this video. Here I have drawn two compartments, renal tubule and blood vessel. In the collecting duct, water is reabsorbed from the renal tubule into the blood vessel. This is done by aquaporin 2 channels which are under the positive control of ADH. ADH stands for antidiuretic hormone. Now in SIADH, there is increased amount of ADH in the blood which is inappropriate for the required condition. Because of this increased ADH, there is increased water reabsorption from renal tubule into the blood vessel. This is going to increase the blood volume which stimulates the release of ANP, atrial natriuretic peptide. This causes natriuresis, which means there is increased sodium loss in renal tubule. This sodium comes from interstitium which in turn comes from the blood vessel. So the net effect is decreased serum sodium levels leading to hyponatremia. On the other side, urinary sodium is going to increase. Now whenever sodium is lost in urine, some amount of water also goes with it. This water in turn comes from blood. So whatever excess water that was reabsorbed by ADH will be lost in urine. As a result of this, blood volume remains normal and patient remains euvolemic. Now if you look into the urine osmolality, it will be increased because of excess sodium in urine. On the other side, serum osmolality is going to decrease because of reduced sodium levels in the serum. The specific diagnostic criteria for SIADH includes serum sodium less than 135 milliequivalents per liter, serum osmolality less than 275 milliosmoles per kg of water, urinary sodium more than 40 milliequivalents per liter, urinary osmolality more than 100 milliosmoles per kg of water, and of course patient should have euvolemia. In addition to this, the other criteria to be met are normal renal function, normal thyroid and adrenal function, no diuretic use, no hypokalemia or acid-base disturbances. This is referred to as Schwartz diagnostic criteria. Treatment of SIADH, as I mentioned, excess water is the main culprit, so the first treatment of choice is restriction of water intake. If they don't respond to this, hypertonic saline should be used. Commonly we use 3% NaCl. If they don't respond again, Vaptans which are ADH receptor antagonist can be used. These are some of the Vaptans which are available in the market. We commonly use tolvaptan and conivaptan. Other drugs which can be used are democlocycline and lithium. These are also ADH receptor antagonist. Remember, lithium is no longer recommended for the treatment of SIADH. Sometimes we give loop diuretics like furosemide to increase the free water excretion. This is about SIADH. Hope you have understood the concept. Thank you.